Bowie, Boy George, Elvis, Nuala, Freddie Mercury, Michael Bob Geldof. Weird.
That's great. Thanks a million. You probably all recognise me because I used to be in the Nualas. Thank you. I love that. I love that. Right? If you came out in America and you went, I used to be in the Nualas, even if people didn't know what the Nualas were, they know that they're supposed to go, woo, yeah. You come out in Ireland, you go, hello, I used to be in the Nualas. And people go, so what? You're not fucking with them now. Could be fucking shite. I always remember my history teacher, Father 800 years of oppression, saying, sure, at the end of the day, when you think about it, wasn't the potato famine just caused by a parasitic fungus? The Brits. And we don't mind. We do not. Sure, it's all water under the bridge. It's the past. It's forgotten. Who remembers it now? We don't remember. Who remembers what you did to us? The rape, the pillage, the torture, stealing our land, our language, totally emasculating our ancient heritage. We don't care at all. We do not. We don't mind because we're great crack. The way we look at it is, feck it. Didn't we get some great old songs out of it? It's true, isn't it? We got our whole ballad singing tradition, and I'll tell you an interesting thing about them. The main prerequisite to be an Irish ballad singer is not musicianship, it's hairiness. I think the hairiest beggars you've ever seen. Huge big celt froze on their heads. Huge big planks of hair. When they stand close together, they just look like eyes in a bush. And the amazing thing about them is they're born, not made. An Irish ballad singer's born, not made. When an Irish ballad singer's been born, his mammy's lying there. She feels the baby coming. She gives a little push. She says to the midwife, is it a boy or a girl? The midwife sees the big beard coming out between her legs. And she says, Jenny, it's neither. It's a feckin' ballad singer. She grabs hold of the bearded baby, yanks him out, smacks him on the arse. Does he cry? He does not. No, he goes, an Englishman stole my potato.
Great to see you doing your stand-up. Did you have fun?
I did, really enjoyed it. Great audience.
Right, well, today we're going to be playing to a slightly different audience, a more sophisticated audience. Have you actually met any of these people in real life?
I met Bertie Ahern.
Yes, was it?
No, he's lovely.
But where did you meet him?
I met him at a press conference thing. I asked him how he was going to vote in the election.
Bertie does look like he's pissed, doesn't he? Can you do an impression of Bertie?
No, can you?
I can do one of Gareth.
Oh, yeah. That's brilliant.
Built my whole career on that. Charlie, you're a crook.
I wonder,
you know you're a crook. Everyone knows you're a crook. So don't be giving us with those stupid eyes. I'll kill you. Someone coming at him with money. Go on, palm it off to me there. Having an affair with a journalist? I don't think so. Very happily married man. I'll just hold my balls there. No one's touching that.
I'm looking out now of a few pals in the audience, and it's a different arena from what the boys have seen me before. The last gig the boys came to see me, I did in the Spy Bar in South William Street. Does anyone know the Spy Bar in South William Street in Dublin? Well, a pal of mine, I couldn't get any gigs, you know, so a pal of mine sorted me out with this show in there. So I arrived late and I'd never been in the place before. I didn't know what it was like, so I didn't know how I was going to open my act until I saw the bouncers on the door, looking like something out of a Ralph Lauren catalogue. So what I did was I decided, you know, on my first gag, I'd allude that the boys were gay. And I thought, you know, being big macho man, it might get a few laughs. So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I have to inform you that the Spy Bar on South William Street is a predominantly gay bar. Now, my mate who set me up with the gig hadn't bothered to impart this small but ultimately fucking vital snippet of information. So there I am on stage in a gay bar saying, Jesus lads, if you'd ever any problems in this place, you'd have the boys loping in like an ad for Nivea men who dare to care. Come on, Cecil, let's get these fuckers. Charlotte, we need backup. We need to... Come on, guys. Get these guys, spank them into submission, lads. Make them behave. Watch the shirt, it's Armani, you brute. Carrying on like a clown. And so at this point, ladies and gentlemen, one of the lads from the audience decided he'd get up on stage and give me the beating I deserved. And he would have succeeded if not for the intervention of, for want of a better word, his bitch, who screamed, "The scumbag isn't worth it, babe," and saved my ass. Not literally, Jesus. The whole idea of karma came round to me about 2 weeks later. I was doing a gig in the International in town, and I parked outside the Spy Bar, and sure, lo and behold, the car was nicked. On the following day, I went down to the police station to check up on it, you know, see what the progress was, and the guard is sitting behind his desk. He's reading the newspaper, sipping on cups of tea, nibbling on Jaffa cakes, and he didn't give a shit about me or my car. He said, no, we wouldn't have even had a chance to start looking for that car, you know, there's a lot of crime out there, you know, a lot of young lads on drugs. We're fierce busy in here, so if I was you now, son, I'd go home, relax about the whole thing, and give us a call in 3 or 4 days. I mean, I didn't expect the fella to leap out from behind the desk, give me a hug, and tell me everything's going to be okay, you know. But a bit of sympathy would have been nice. So I went nuts, you know. I turned around and I said, "Hey, Jesus Christ, the car's gone. I haven't insurance. I'm dead. I haven't paid it off. What are you going to do about it?" Suddenly, his professional Gardaí victim training counselling kicked in. He offered me a Jaffa cake. A fucking Jaffa cake. My car's gone. The lads couldn't give a bollocks. If the biscuits were lifted, there'd be running gun battles on the streets of Dublin. My mates, sterling friends that they are, in case anyone heckled me tonight, the boys brought this in for me to give me a bit of ad-libbing.
Don't give me no back talk, sucker.
Yeah, so I didn't have to use it, but it's the care and consideration from the lads. Great stuff.
Thanks very much. How are you doing? You probably gathered I'm very influenced by the blues, which is a bit weird because I'm a middle-class white Dublin boy, and that's not really where the blues is coming from, is it? In all honesty, I wasn't much racially oppressed or made to grow cash crops when I was brought up in Rathgar. So the blues for me is a bit like this. Right. Yeah. How's it going? I was born in a hospital, okay? There were no real complications. Taken home to a huge house with loads of food in the fridge and a big colour telly. I had a good education. Grand thanks. kind of an occupational hazard being Irish because you grow up in Ireland. There's so many great Irish bars. Fantastic. We have great Irish bars, and I don't mean the one that was built in Temple Bar last Tuesday, with the bike up on the wall over here, and a big row of leather-bound volumes. Because what an Irishman likes to do on a weekend is go out for a good old read. I don't mean those places. I mean a real fucking Irish bar with nobody in it, except one old character down the far end of the bar with a huge beard all down his arms. 6 or 7 of his children in his trousers. Some sort of clerical collar normally. And, well, I didn't put him there. I'm just telling you about him. He's got a job. He's got a job, that guy. His job is to go, young fella. Give us a song. And you have to write it for him on the spot and hand it over to him. And more often than not, he goes off and has a huge international hit with it. And you never get a shagging penny. I can hate Bono.
Came from wanting to be like a rock and roll star, and then I sort of fell into the comedy. But now I think I'm a synthesis of the two. You know what I mean? So if I can be a synthesis of the two, rather than have a whole lot of people going, well, he's neither one or the other. So I want less people going, he's either one or the other, and more people going, he's both.
This is the way out, as it says there. That's not the way out, but it says
No, this
rock
is way, yeah,
is
yeah,
way out.
yeah, it's way out, will it? Yeah,
Right,
that's
have you
me.
met these?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
I was coming out of the comedy cellar one night, and Bono crossed my path. It's a lucky thing in Dublin.
With Silver. I met Bono. I think he's a lovely fella.
But when you say meet, do you just say hello to him, or have you sat and had a chat with him?
Yeah, I had a beer with him.
Yeah, so what did you talk about?
Milan Kundera.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was in a show in Dublin the next day, and he sent me the Brendan Kennelly book, A Book of Judas, with a lovely inscription in it.
Oh, what did he say?
Just,
I find you very attractive.
no, he said, I'm very much in love with Alison. Stop calling at my house.
If you don't stop breathing, they'll rip your heart out!
It's low energy musical whimsy, and in fact this year it's broken down to very low energy musical whimsy. It's cool to be here. Obviously, to people who are here in Vicar Street, it's important that you switch off your phones. That is vital, because I'm using some heavy-duty electronic equipment right here. You know, it can affect its navigation, and oh, of course, the important thing is, I guess people at home, you can leave your phones on. But as a mark of courtesy, please don't ring anyone in the next 8 minutes. Yeah. And of course the usual, if your phone has a camera on it, don't think you're any better than the rest of us, you know, because it's a gimmick. And this time next year, it'll be something else. Like, you'll meet someone in the street and they'll go, yeah, have you seen my new phone? Yeah, it's got a George Foreman grill. Oh yeah, it cooks tiny chicken wings in quite a healthy way. Yeah.
So Dave, first time I've seen you, nice one. How did you start off then? Because your brother was doing comedy before.
Yeah, my brother was doing comedy. I used to...
Your dad's into jazz.
Yeah, my dad's a jazz musician. He plays piano, and that's what I wanted to do for a long time.
Did he jazz in or jazz in?
He'd definitely be more of the that kind of thing. Yeah,
with a
definitely.
little bit of...
I know. I've never seen it now. I mean, he's quite a laid-back guy, but I think that just comes
I think you've answered your question.
Last night was a really good night. And even though we didn't get off with each other, I'm pretty sure we will if we go out for another. But we drank quite a lot, and I may have said certain things that I'll regret, as they were not completely accurate. I said I live in a lighthouse. I said I work in genetic research. I can't speak Greek or Arabic, and neither can the guy I spoke Greek and Arabic with. I never taught a class in Reiki or Pilates, and I'm not a black belt in judo or karate. I don't play the cello with the symphony, and my cello music won't be in Toy Story 3. One more thing I'd like to clarify. You see, I told you I was single last night. Well, disregard everything else I said to you. But that one fact, that's completely true. Completely true.
I've been to Edinburgh and I've done 4 solo shows, and this year was the first time that it was full, basically.
Oh, cool.
People came, so it was a real joy to play.
So you think you're about to accelerate then?
Well, no, I'm not.
I know that's not a good word for a low energy.
I'm not
comic.
particularly interested in fame or anything. I'm interested in trying to figure out.
As you speak to a camera.
Has anyone here gone through a breakup at all recently, actually? Because I went through a breakup and it's unbelievable. How does it happen? You know the way you're mad about each other when you first meet, and you're thinking things like, you find things in common that aren't in common at all. Like you're there going, oh, shoes, I have a pair of shoes. And blue, that's my favourite colour. And then it turns from that into you can't even look at each other anymore. You know, you're at the dinner table and all you can hear is... You're going, if you don't stop breathing, they'll rip your heart out. It changes. And it just changes so much. And then, you know, the way and women just change completely. Because, you know, like, when you start going out, to wear these lovely underwear and all, that's all gone in a matter of weeks. All gone is the lovely pants that you took off the first night. You have these women's fucking wonder pants that they put in, and their head goes through the top and walk around the house like this. Only a woman will come up to you and go, there's no magic left in this relationship. What the hell did I do? I've always looked crap. And I always start so. I remember when I met her, it was amazing. I was in Scotland and I was there doing gigs and stuff. And I was at this club, and Irish people would have loved this place. A 24-hour bar with a bank machine in it that served food. It was Irish people walking going, is it true? Is it true? I've heard about it. I was in there, I remember the barman coming over and going, you're going to have to leave, you're drunk. I said, of course I'm drunk. You've been serving me for a fortnight. After a few days, anyway, I saw this girl and she was gorgeous. I was there going, man, I have to talk to her. And I couldn't get near her because, you know, all fellas roll. And I thought, nah, be a man, stick your neck out. So I walked straight up to her, picked her up, and I ran out of the pub. And then I said, I want to kiss you. And it was a lovely, romantic moment. And she went, so do I. And we kissed. And, and then I thought, imagine trying that here. Picking up some woman in Ireland and running out of the pub. You're going, get your fucking hands off me! Be on the front of the Evening Herald with a black bar across your face. Dirty Dublin scumbag picked up lovely Irish lady. The Pope is freaked out! I wanted to stay longer. They shouldn't have been flashing their lights, I think. I loved it. I want to go back more. I feel like a boxer.
So you were born in Manchester?
Yeah.
And then, so how come they moved to Sligo to a farm? Were your parents from Sligo?
My dad was from Sligo, yeah. And
what age were you when you moved?
I was 6.
Gosh, that was like a prison sentence.
It was the same as you. You moved to Dublin, didn't you?
Yeah, from London, but from London to Dublin.
Yeah.
Slightly different from Manchester to Sligo.
Yeah.
No, but do you know, because what exactly does the President of Ireland do? Besides, you know, be freezing at Dublin Airport going, here's another fucker visiting the country. Hiya, welcome.
She's the totem.
That's an Indian
wooden
stick.
thing. Yeah.
Well, I think you've explained it to me.
Indian stick of the.
No wonder she's got a big smile on her face.
Well,
I feel I know a little bit more about the culture now, so I'm your good self, so let's have sex.
And do you know what amazes me about Irish women, though, is we've become so promiscuous. Or am I just speaking for myself there? No, but it is incredible. We've become very sexually free and easy, considering that we do have a Catholic background, a lot of us, or it's kind of riddled through our society anyway. And anybody who has been to convent school like me, the one thing you're left with in your mind is the mantra of a nun in your head going, if you have sex before marriage, you will rot in the fires of hell for all eternity. So when you inevitably do, you think, feck it, in for a penny, in for a pound. Thanks very much. I was having a one-night stand with this guy, right? And it's just kind of odd, right? Because we were in bed together, and he said to me, "What would you like?" And I thought that was a bit of an inappropriately intimate question. I mean, we'd already been through foreplay. We'd been drinking all night together. But still, I thought, you don't know me well enough to say that. So I didn't know what to say, so I just gave my sexy little laugh. To kind of put him off. And he said, "No, seriously, Anne, what would you like?" And I was so delighted he remembered my name that I said, "Do you really want to know what I like?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "I'd really like if this one-night stand would turn into a relationship. And if maybe a year down the line we could get married, maybe buy a little house by the sea, have 2 or 3 children, never allow the kids to become drudgery I've seen happen with other people. And also within the context of a relationship, we'd always acknowledge you can't expect to get all of your satisfaction there, all your personal, emotional and creative fulfillment. So we'd always endeavour to have outside interests, pursuits and friends so that ultimately we could look forward to growing old together." And there was a silence. And he said, "Would it be okay if I just stuck my finger up your hole instead?" And I said, "Okay." That's all from me. Thanks very much. I've been Agatha, you've been lovely. Thanks very much. Good night. Thank you.
This outfit that Jerry's wearing, is that when he officially outed himself as a big gay boy?
I saw him in a documentary the other night. He's had a vasectomy, so he was talking about that.
Well, should we see how good the wax bit was?
Yeah, apparently they don't. Oh yeah, they've all the details in there.
No, it's definitely gone all right. Is he halfway through a sex change? Because he doesn't seem to have anything in the penis area. Look at that.
He's smiling.
Little slight smile on his face there.
Yeah.
Right.